and let us all do we can to build a better future. So, Daniel, you got a story for people? What's going on?
Okay.
Take it away.
Okay, so I'll just go through this one pretty quickly. So, by the way, on top of everything else that's happening, Cosby's back and he's going on tour. Thanks, justice system. You're really good at handling crimes. Wink, irony. By the way, I want to give a shout out to the Chicago police for basically nailing, I don't know, a quarter of the murders, quarter of all the other severe crimes at best, if that, not really. Oh, no, I'm being sarcastic. Never mind. Let's get into the story. Bill Cosby is jumping right back into show business now that he's out of prison. Shockingly, not shockingly, he's working on a docu-series about himself, but more surprising is the fact that he's returning to stand-up comedy. His rep told CMZ that the comedian at age 83 wants to hit the road and tell jokes, and his camps contacted several promoters and comedy clubs who say they are open to the idea. Despite widespread backlash and outrage over his prison release, Wyatt confidently claims that the world wants to see Mr. Cosby. They go through about how they're making a documentary. And I want to remind everyone, the reason he's out is the government was so brilliant in their pursuit of everything that he did that they were like, oh, yeah, we should probably use the evidence that legally we're not allowed to use, and if we use it, it destroys the case. Let's use that evidence to get this guy. Oh, yeah, it didn't work. It backfired. Oh, it's amazing how law and order is such a big thing, except we're not really good at enforcing it. Oh, well.
Right.
So let's see. And so Cosby would earn a lot of money, and they're comparing it to O.J. Simpson, who could have done it. I think, what was the book called? If I Did It?
Oh, yeah, something. Oh, my God.
So now the question is what's going to happen? Are people going to sue him basically for, like, comedy child support to, like, look what happened with, anyway, I don't remember the exact word. Yeah, so he's out. Thanks, America. Our justice system always works and is perfect, and everything always goes right.
All right, Kira, I want you to have the word on this story.
Yeah, and in the meanwhile, Britney Spears can't get her IUD out.
No.
So,
Remember, we live
Bill
in a
Cosby
society.
can get out of jail, but Britney's IUD can't come out. The first thing, of course, when I saw the headline here that I looked for was like, who the F is making this docuseries and streaming it? Because, like, screw them. And what did it say? Along with the series, which has yet to be linked to a specific network or streaming service. I forget where I found that. But I went through like 6 articles being like, who is doing this? So that, we can all hate on them. But unfortunately, that's not being reported right now. When I heard that Cosby got out, of course, I went through all of the spaces that one goes through. The justice system, what a failure. How is this possible? Was it manufactured this way? But my other thought was instantly that dude's not going to be able to show his face in public, right? I mean, 60 accusations. I know that's not what he was actually tried on or whatever, but there were 60 accusations. This dude, everybody knew about this story. This dude cannot go out in public. And it's just the freaking balls someone has to double down and be like, not only am I going to go and show my face in public, but I am going to do a comedy tour. And then
and a docuseries too.
And a docuseries. Who's going to come and watch this? And it's just...
Apparently his fans.
It's so, offensive, I guess, that I don't, it's I don't know. It's like a punch in the gut and a punch in the face at the same time.
So remember, America, we're so good. We have, I'm sorry, what's his name that's been under house arrest for misdemeanor?
Steven Donziger.
Steven Donziger is under house arrest for misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Something never happened before. Brittany can't pull her IUD out or say that she's a living person effectively without her dad okaying it.
What a nightmare. What a nightmare. Sorry.
Bill Cosby is walking out of prison because the geniuses at the prosecutor's office with the slam dunk case are like, let's put in the evidence that makes this not work. Let's do that. It's clever.
People? Hey,
you know this DVD that I'm reading that on the front of it says, don't use in a trial, it'll backfire. Let's make this our main point of evidence. America's really screwed. I mean, we're really, like, look at how good everything is for us. We had a pandemic that the government barely wanted to even help us out about. We have a bunch of people that are about to get kicked out of their homes. We have left news channels fighting each other over, again, historically accurate, relevant things. We have a comedian who is no longer should be called a comedian doing comedy again, and everyone's very upset. And I think the biggest question I have is what Kira said is, who's going to pick up this docuseries?
They said, they said that he already has like clubs saying like, you can do your show.
Ironically,
here.
I can understand that very obviously.
Okay, well, what about schools? They mentioned schools.
I can't understand that fully. As I said, America, we haven't figured out. And by the way, I want to say, Putin's watching from Russia, and he's like, I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to chill out. You know what China's saying? China will, and if you've ever seen this, it's really crazy. China will watch our news. They'll see us do this, and they'll rebroadcast it on our TV, and they'll literally go, this is why you don't need to do democracy.
But God. Okay, I think it's a final. Okay, so I think it's a final note for this story
amazing.
I think for a final note for the story is that like everything here in the United States, the justice system just doesn't work. And to those women, to those 60 women that have come forward, I'm very sorry that this happened to you. And the sad fact is, I can't think of anyone in the right mind that would watch this docuseries or either that go see Bill Cosby do a comedy show, because it's not going to be anybody here in this studio. It's downright disgusting.
It's going to be like a curiosity thing, and then that's how it's going to make all that money.
It's going to work because everyone's going to go, I hate him, but I want to see what happens.
Of course, that's how that's going to work.
That's how this plays in America.